Alright chaps and chapesses, Adam Nicholas here from What Culture Wrestling, and on this glorious Wednesday where football continues its long and arduous task of coming home, 52 years by the way, not that anybody's counting, I've come to talk to you about some wrestling to distract myself from, well, crippling nerves and absolute terrible anxiety. And today I want to talk to you about women's wrestling and one women's wrestler in particular and how on earth she hasn't been signed by WWE. So as you may have seen on Twitter yesterday, Impact Wrestling announced the long-term signing of Tessa Blanchard, who's been featured on their show since making her debut back in May. She makes a brilliant full-time addition to the Knockouts division, and Blanchard is arguably one of the best female independent wrestlers out there at the moment. She's only 22, but she is already featured for a whole host of large promotions on the independent scene. Along with Lucha Underground, Blanchard has featured heavily on esteemed Japanese women's wrestling promotion Stardom, among others, where she's been honing her craft alongside the likes of recent WWE signees Io Shirai and Toni Storm. As a tiny personal aside, she did also feature in my favourite ever Defiant wrestling match, where she featured alongside her partner Ricochet in an intergender tag team match against Will Ospreay and Bea Priestley. If you haven't seen it already, well, what the hell are you doing with your life? Get over to our Defiant Wrestling YouTube channel and watch that match because it's excellent. Anyway, despite all of this and shameless plugs to one side, I can't help but look at a talented wrestler like Blanchard and think, as great of a coup as it is for Impact Wrestling, why on earth she isn't being signed by WWE. She seems like exactly what they'd be looking for, and she ticks all the boxes. She does have previous with the company. She was there for a tryout in 2014, but it didn't work out and she wasn't successful. She then followed that up with a few matches on NXT, 3 to be exact, as an enhancement talent, and she lost to Nia Jax, Carmella and Alexa Bliss respectively. She did also feature on WWE TV as a rosebud for Adam Rose. Hey, don't laugh, Braun Strowman started out there and it didn't do him any harm, did it? And she also featured in the inaugural Mae Young Classic, where she took on Kairi Sane in the opening round of the tournament, but also lost that match. As far as what WWE are looking for though, Blanchard is the absolute complete package. Not only is she a brilliant wrestler, but she's also a third generation superstar, one who just so happens to be the daughter of Tully Blanchard, aka one member of the absolute legendary Four Horsemen. Given how much WWE love that type of pedigree and lineage in their superstars, you only have to look as far as Charlotte for proof of that, it's amazing to me that Blanchard isn't on WWE's wanted list. I mean, the storylines they could work between Blanchard and Flair alone already write themselves, but if she wasn't to go to the main roster immediately and went to NXT first, the matches she could have there would be brilliant as well. Her having a match with the likes of Nikki Cross, Dakota Kai, or even the current NXT champion Shayna Baszler would be absolutely brilliant and well worth her going to developmental to begin with. Now, granted, she may well actually be on WWE's list, they may well have tried, and she may well have told Vincent Hunter to go and eat a bag of dicks. But that doesn't seem likely to me, and the fact that Blanchard hasn't said anything of the sort herself would also suggest that she hasn't got any bad feeling towards WWE. And on top of that, in an interview with Busted Open Radio back in May, she did elaborate on her time with WWE previously and her current feelings towards the company. She said, "Honestly, I have zero negative feelings towards it. Everyone has their spot. Whether you're happy with it or not, somebody had to do it. I honestly was not upset at all. I saw on the dirt sheets that Tessa has a bad attitude. I think that I'm misunderstood because people perceive me to be a certain way because I'm generational." There is also the additional fact, of course, that her current partner, the one and only Ricochet, is also on the books with NXT right now. So you'd think, from a personal and professional perspective, getting to WWE and going to the company would be something she would be very interested in. The pair are currently living in Orlando together. Just imagine that sweet, sweet commute to work, and not to mention the fact that with pairings like Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega, and Rusev and Lana, to name a few, the addition of Blanchard could also push forward this potential that we have for an intergender tag team division. Come on, Vince, you know you bloody want it. You've wrestled your own daughter, for God's sake. Come on, man, just do it. You know you want to. Whatever the case, it just seems a little bit odd to me that one of the best women's wrestlers on the independent circuit is currently headed to Impact Wrestling and is not about to head to Full Sail to embark on the beginning of her journey to the top. But what do you folks think? Are WWE missing a trick by not signing Tessa Blanchard, or is Impact Wrestling the right place for her to be right about now? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share. Hit that big old subscribe button if you haven't already, or you can find more of our videos round about here somewhere. I am Adam Nicholas, it's coming home, and I'll see you next time.